If you're a young man and you haven't joined the gym yet, bro, what are you doing with your life? Oh, but life is too short to exercise. Shut the fuck up, Ethan. Seriously, I lost all respect for that man as soon as he said that. Bro, this is the vessel that you're living in. You're obligated to take care of it. Have some respect for yourself, bro. Obviously, most of us start working out to get girls. But if you don't like girls, that's fair enough, bro. Do it for your own health at least. If you're a young man, fitness should be one of your top priorities. Looking good has everything to do with your future successes. You're going to look more masculine, which gives you more opportunities, whether it be in your career like a promotion, or in your business like a business opportunity, whatever it may be. Or dating wise, we all know that girls are into guys that have at least a little bit of muscle on their frame. None of these successes can be achieved by you if you sit at home all day, indulging in instant gratification. One thing about me is that even though I used to indulge in a lot of instant gratification activities, I never slacked off in the gym. I have been lifting for 6 years, bro, and I'm proud of that. I earned all this muscle that I have on my frame, and I wouldn't exchange it for anything. When you're young, the only two priorities that you must have are success and fitness. Everything that you do on a daily basis must be towards those two things. Bro, most men don't focus on their fitness until they're 60 years old and have arthritis in both of their legs. I can't even imagine my life without going to the gym. And there's men out here that never go in their lifetime. Forget the gym, bro. There are men out here that don't even go for a walk because they're too lazy. The modern addictions have paralyzed them. It's so much easier to indulge in instant gratification than think about your future self and do something for them. When I say fitness, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go to the gym. It can be any type of physical activity. Everyone's got their own preference. But going to the gym and building muscle is going to give you the best ROI because now it's going to open up doors for yourself that you couldn't open up before. When you look good, bro, you're gonna gain unbelievable amounts of self confidence that you didn't have before. Yeah, cycling is great and all, but it doesn't change the way you look. You can be a champion cyclist and no one would even know. No one would even bat an eye at you. But if you go to the gym and pack on some muscle, suddenly everyone's gonna notice you. And I know in this modern day that we're not allowed to say that we're doing things for the validation of others. But honestly, bro, we are social creatures and we do things for the validation of others, whether you want to admit it or not. People who say that we shouldn't do that themselves do the exact same thing. So fuck society and their standards, bro. Just do what you want, whether it's for validation or not. Either way, you're gonna benefit. One thing I have noticed after packing some muscle on my frame is that people take you way more seriously. When I was skinny fat with no muscle at all, people would just ignore me and make it seem that we're not even in the same room. This happened all throughout my teenage years. Maybe that was because I was so young, so people didn't take me seriously at that time. Or maybe because I was a wimp with no muscle mass at all. So people didn't have a reason to take me seriously. As heartless as it sounds, bro, that's a reality. Most of you won't get taken seriously if you're not tall or if you're a skinny fat kid like I was. Now, bro, most people are even a little intimidated when they see me. That's if they don't know me. If you're used to instant gratification, bro, going to the gym is the exact opposite of that, so don't expect quick gains. Depending on your body type, the rate that you gain muscle is going to vary. You need to have both nutrition and training in check to gain muscle as fast as possible. If you didn't know, there are three body types, and they are ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Ectomorph is the skinny, hard gainer type. This body type doesn't gain muscle fast, but doesn't gain fat fast either. Mesomorph is the middle and it's a perfect body type. This body type gains muscle fairly quickly and doesn't gain fat at a rapid pace either. Endomorph is the other end of the spectrum. This body type gains muscle very fast and gains fat very fast as well. So you need to figure out which body type you are. Most people are the combination of two of these body types. For me, I'm the combination of mesomorph and endomorph. I gained most of my muscle in the first year of training and eating properly. I don't gain fat that easily unless I intentionally overeat, which as you can see I have done in my previous bulk, and I'm cutting now as we speak. Some guys go to the gym and they don't look good because they overtrain certain body parts, and they don't look aesthetically pleasing because of that. Building an aesthetic body should be your goal from the start. The keyword right there is aesthetic. Building an aesthetic body is having a V shape in your frame. So you basically look like an upside down Dorito. The V shape is the same as the hourglass shape in a woman. You know how us men are attracted to that shape in a woman. The V shape does the same thing to a woman. So how do you actually train to get an aesthetic body? It's pretty straightforward. You need to focus on the aesthetic body parts for the majority of the time when you train. And those are your shoulders, back, triceps and upper chest. You can train other body parts as well, but you need to make more of an emphasis on these ones. First thing you need to do is start eating more calories than you burn. So essentially go on a bulk. Most young men are either skinny or skinny fat. So if you're either of those, you need to start bulking. I don't care what anyone says. Remember, we're delaying gratification here. You need to think in years, not weeks or months when it comes to your transformation. Bro, just think about it. And this is for the skinny fat guys out there. If you cut first, you don't have any muscle to reveal underneath that fat. So you're just gonna look skinny now. Whereas if you bulk for a couple of years and pack on some muscle on your frame, when you cut down in 2 years' time, you're gonna have a good looking physique underneath. You just need to trust in the process and put that work in early on. I know it's hard to look yourself in the mirror when you're gaining weight, bro, but I promise it's gonna be worth it. Trust me, I just finished my fourth bulk and I'm starting to cut now, and I've never felt better in my life. I feel like I have gained a good amount of muscle, especially in my legs, because I used to be one of those guys who used to skip leg day, and I feel like I have made great progress and my nutrition has been on point as well. I've been always been able to have my calorie goals and my protein goals as well. Now I can't wait to get shredded and reveal all the hard work I've been doing behind the scenes. I can't stress enough on how important nutrition is. Even though you're on a bulk, you still need to track your calories. Remember, you're doing a clean bulk and not a dirty bulk. So you need to be having clean, healthy whole foods as your meals. I hate this thing of if it fits your macros that's going around in the fitness industry. And what all these influencers do is stuff their face with fast food and say, yep, I had my calorie goal for the day. I'm eating all this unhealthy food, but at least I have my calorie goal. Bro, you do realize that all these people are going to end up with heart disease and diabetes later down the line. This happens because they're going to develop what we call visceral fat inside their bellies. You don't even see this type of fat. It gets wrapped around your organs inside your belly, and it's the worst type of fat because it can cause inflammation. And inflammation damages your arteries, and you're more at risk at developing metabolic syndrome. If you don't know what metabolic syndrome is, it's when you have heart disease, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes all together, bro. All these fitness influencers are going to develop metabolic syndrome in the next 10 to 15 years if they continue down the same path. The worst thing is, some of them actually only do this for social media, and off social media, they actually eat healthy. Because having a pile of McDonald's doing a 10,000 calorie challenge will get views, so they do it. So fuck you, Macdos Fitness. But you watching, if you're unaware, take it as, oh, he must be doing this every day, and try to imitate that. And guess what? You're the one that's going to end up with metabolic syndrome, not them. So you need to always follow what's right. You already know in your brain that fast food is unhealthy. So why do you question that just because some influencer says otherwise? Just because there's a thing called if it fits your macros doesn't mean that the fundamentals of healthy and unhealthy food change. This video is kind of all over the place, but I think you know how important it is to get your fitness in check. If you want self-improvement, bro, you need to build your aesthetic body first for the other things like social skills to be easy for you. I hope you learned something from this video, and I wish you the best of luck on your self-improvement journey, bro.